What's up, guys? This is Alec with Team APS here with a deck profile for you guys. I guess you can see by the cover, it's Odd Eyes, but this is Odd Eyes, Pals, and Magicians. Let's just gotta get into it. I guess let's say first, you can't really make a bad Eyes Mission deck, so you're gonna see a lot of builds running around, and they're all gonna be slightly different from each other, but they're all gonna be pretty good. Some more competitive than others, but all are pretty decent. This is mine. It's not meant to win regionals, but it's gonna win something and have a good time. So, first and foremost, 3 Odd Eyes. If there's any one card you need to see every single game and to reuse and recycle, it's him. So 3 I find is mandatory. No way around it. 3 Wisdom Eye. He can get you just about any one of your magicians. Solid card. He's searchable with Odd Eyes' effect, so you can go Odd Eyes, search Wisdom Eye, get anybody you want. He's good, solid. You need him at 3 because you need to see him. Dragon Pit Magician. He's my more optimal 8 scale. You know, you pitch a pendulum and you can pop a spell or trap card. And if you set up your pendulum scales right, you can do this every single turn for really no cost. So that's 1 spell off the field every time. He's solid, 7 stars, so you know you can do stuff with him. Oath Dragon Magician, part of that more preferred scale set. He's my preferred low scale. He's cool in both his monster effect and pendulum effect. His pendulum effect, which I use a lot, is just if you have a magician or Odd Eyes in your extra deck, you can add it to hand. That's it. It has to be face up, of course, but yeah, you can just add it to your hand. So a lot of times, before I end my turn, I'll use this effect, put something to hand, because that helps you fuel your pitch cost for Dragon Pit. So it's all about being able to pitch a card every turn. And his monster effect, which is why it's really good to have 2 of him, is because when you summon him, normal or special, he'll pick up an Odd Eyes or Magician out the grave and add it to hand. So if you can get 2 of him and 1 Dragon Pit, it's just every single turn you can pop a card, get the card back. It's beautiful. Great card. At 3, need to see him. And we got Skull Crobat Joker. Stratos. What can I say? A lot of times in this deck, when something isn't that crucial, so you lose nothing drawing into him. You can normal him, get that search. A lot of times, if you don't have a scale, he'll let you get that scale. You can even use him, except he has a little stipulation. When he's on the field, I'm pretty sure you can only summon magicians and Odd Eyes monsters, which gets a little off because I run some non-Odd Eyes magician monsters that I also want to summon, and pals. You can summon pals too. But yeah, you need to see him. So you run him at 3. My last of my 3s, my personal choice, Silver Claw. He's just a solid monster. He's 4 stars, so if you have to, or you need to, you can summon him. You can normal summon him. He's 1800. He can gain attack, so he can swing over any monster in his category. So like other level 4 monsters, he can kind of deal with them. Also he's a target for Beast Eyes. Like I run Beast Eyes Pendulum. I do it mainly because he doesn't take anything away from the deck, and he gives me more options. That's what he's about. He's about more options, a little bit of versatility. 2 of Jankai Magician. He's here, level 7, so he can do shenanigans. And that effect where he can turn a Xyz monster and give it a level instead of a rank. So there's a lot of interesting little plays you can make off of Odd Eyes Absolute to make more. And honestly, he's just here for Odd Eyes Rebellion. Odd Eyes Rebellion. If you can resolve his effect, he'll probably win you the game. So yeah, I like him at 2. 3 is a little too much. And 1, I said, why? If I can run 1, I can run 2. He hasn't hurt me at 2 yet. He can change though. And 2 Luster Pendulum. Yeah, I know he's a money card, but I ain't spend that much, so it's all good. He's just there. He's here for Ignister Prominence. You know why Ignister Prominence. To Majestic Kieran, much cheaper than Apex Avion, and I find he has, in my opinion, more utility than Apex Avion. You can great for like first turn. Great, he's a great early game card if you can get him out. He can just kind of deal with what your opponent's first couple of turn plays, and he's spot removal, and he's even hard to get off the field himself. So yeah, if I can get a search where it doesn't specify what type of Pendulum I want, I'll go ahead and grab Kieran since he can't really be searching many other ways. Just I wish I could search him more. I wish I could run him at 3, but 3 is a little cloggy because I don't really have like the scale space to put him as a scale. So 2 is decent right now. 2 is really decent. One ofs, Noble. She is absolutely amazing. Her effect is that if she's in the grave or in your hand, if you have an Odd Eyes on the field, you can drop its level by 3 and special summon her. And so that just sets up a synchro play. Meteor Burst. You can do a Clear Wing. You can do even Black Rose. Because she can only make Dragon synchros. So, but she can make those pretty like painlessly. So she's pretty cool. Like her a lot. And if you want to do a more synchro-oriented build, you can use her effect multiple times in a turn. So if you want to do synchro-oriented, that's your girl. Now, 1 Dragon Pulse. The fact of the matter is, I just didn't need him at 3 or even at 2. If I need to see him, I can search him, and I rarely do. I actually just need this card, but he's solid with 1800, searchable. 1 does just fine. I run out 1 Time Gazer. That's usually for he's just my other 8 scale. He turns off battle traps. His effect of like saying he can't be played unless you have no monsters on the field is mitigated by Wisdom Eye, who just places him on. So it doesn't matter if you have monsters on deck. Wisdom Eye lets you play him anyway. He's really there to deal with any like trap heavy decks that run a lot of battle traps. So a lot of lower tier decks, because I'm not really a top tier player. So when I'm playing against lower tier decks, I like to make him. I can just swing for days, and this is an Odd Eyes deck, so it's really about swinging for days. Last one of Archfiend Eccentric. I don't really explain her. She's a good card. You honestly really don't need her. So, but I use her just because she works. Spells. Pendulum Call, like almost like all the consistency in a deck. This card is too much because the only downside to it is that it really says it makes you have to pitch a card, but the deck has so many ways to bring that stuff back. You pitch a card knowing that it's gonna come back to you either this turn or the next. Doesn't really hurt you all that much. It's really a busted kind of card because if you get it early game, it's good. You get it late game, it's a win more kind of card, or it can even change the game. It means everything. You want to see it early, mid, and late. I run 2 Odd Eyes fusions. Yes, I main them because my build, I like to do a lot of fusing. You can run it at 1. You can run it at none if you choose to. I like to fuse. That's why I run it. That's all I got to say about it. 2 Sky Irises. It's a fun little card. This is really all about consistency in the deck. You want to see Odd Eyes as fast as you can, and Sky Iris lets you do that relatively painlessly. I don't run 3 because I run the 2 Terraform on top of that. Just so I can see Sky Iris as much as I can without getting too much bull, clogness. No one likes that. Nobody. Yeah. It's solid. Let you make plays. Last 2 of is Wavering. I main 2 Wavering because if you resolve all 4, you search a Wavering. So I figure might as well have a second one in there, just to say if I resolve 4, I have something to search with it. You got it's so solid. It doesn't really help you all that much, honestly. But if you're playing against another Pendulum deck, it really shuts them down. It doesn't hurt, so play that too. It doesn't hurt, but it helps a lot. So well, in certain matchups. Last card, Chicken Game. That's just to have an extra target for terraforming. Honestly, I wouldn't even change it. Like at 1 is just fine. It makes even a late game terraforming can be a plus. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Does some good. That's my main deck. We can hop straight into my extra deck. That's when I mentioned my extra deck is in no way perfect. Let's think of it as this is something you can do with your extra deck if you so choose to. I'll start off with my fusions. I got 1 Rune Eyes. So there's so many spellcasters in the deck. I run two Eyes fusions, so I figure why not? Because he's pretty cool if the monsters that you use to summon him and Odd Eyes and whoever spellcaster that is, if they both been Pendulum summoned, he gets his effects where he doesn't get affected by your opponent's cards, and he can attack multiple times depending on the level of that monster. So he can attack anywhere from like 3 to 4 or 2 to 4. Yeah. Yep. 2 to 3 attacks. So solid 3,000 attack. 2 Beast Eyes. I told y'all I ran them. Silver Claw. 3,000 beater. When he destroys a monster, he deals the damage of the monster, the beast monster that you use. So Silver Claw is 18. So he'll get rid of a monster and put up 18. I like him. He's solid. Odd Eyes Vortex. That's what a lot of people are going to be running. They don't really care about the other guys, but Odd Eyes Vortex. He's just too good not to run. He'll when he's summoned, he pops him out. He pops a face-up attack. This is a monster. His second effect, he can take a face-up Pendulum card, shuffle it back into your deck, and negate any card that was activated. Or a spell a trap, I think, actually. But yeah, so just a little bit little stun for your money. Great card. He can be summoned with Odd Eyes Absolute, so he has a lot of versatility in the deck. So that's like a lot of times I don't even use my Odd Eyes fusions to make him because Odd Eyes Absolute will go ahead and get him for me. I'll use the fusion for the other guys. Going to my synchros. I have 1 Meteor Burst. He's solid for facing anything that floats, anything that has weird effects during the battle. He's just beautiful. Turns off monster effects. He has an interesting effect where when he's summoned, you can special summon one of your Pendulum set monsters. He can attack that turn, but there's some weird interactions like using him and Oath Dragon because Oath Dragon gets his effect when he's specialed. So he can like extend the combo, and he can help you end games too. So I don't think I need to. 1's doing just fine. 1 Ignister Prominence. I run Luster Pendulum. So why not? He deals with a lot of things. Putting 1 of him on board is equivalent to being just short of winning the game. Put anything else next to him, you probably did win the game. I have a Black Rose in here, mainly because I don't have another level 7 dragon otherwise to put in. Clearwing would be my other choice, but Black Rose doesn't hurt that bad because Black Rose wipes the field. You use Pendulums, it doesn't hurt you all that much, but it might hurt your opponent a lot more. So Black Rose, Xyz, Castel. Rank 4 Xyz have not been as strong lately, but the deck can make him, so I might as well, because he will have his utility. You have the 4s, why not? That's the only 4 I actually play, because otherwise it's, 2 Odd Eyes Absolute. That's like that's like the main 7 you go into. When someone declares an attack, you can negate that attack by detaching, and you can special summon an Odd Eyes from your grave. And so even if you detach that Odd Eyes, you can then special summon that same Odd Eyes to your field. A lot of times I just it's on my battle phase, I declare an attack one of my monsters, I negate it, special summon the detached Odd Eyes so I have another monster to attack with. I don't lose anything from doing it. And when he's sent to the grave, and it has to be when he's Xyz summoned, so he can't be an Xyz material and sent to the grave to get that effect, but yeah, when he's sent to the grave, he can special summon an Odd Eyes from your extra deck. And it doesn't specify whether it has to be face up or not. So you can even pick up your Synchro. your fusion. So Vortex and Meteor Burst can be picked up along with any other Odd Eyes in there. He's just a great monster, good combo piece. Then one of Odd Eyes Rebel. Do I need him any more than that? No. J&K can do the proper summon for him, so you can get that nasty effect where he wipes the field and, well, you know, anything less than level 7 wipes them out. Takes 1,000 for each one. If you resolve him, you should win. Like, if his effect goes off, you should win because he's also a pendulum. So if I have Time Gaze or something up, he can attack 3 times. They can't have any traps. He's game if you pull him off, and this is the first deck, and I've run him for a while in Pals, that you can pull him off pretty consistently since J&K is searchable. Everything is searchable. Not to mention, you know, you can even set him to scale afterwards or special summon him with a Pendulum summon. He's just solid. Red Eyes Flare Metal, solid 7. You can't go wrong. You can do, because of J&K's little I can make you a 7-star monster thing, you can just kind of make him a lot of times, and he's solid. He won't hurt you, but he'll burn your opponent. And since you do so much life point damage, that 500, it adds up big time. Master of Blades, he's just a solid 7. Believe me, there are much better monsters you could be running, and you're probably thinking of them right now. But this is all I've got right now. But he's a solid. He does his job. And I forgot about my 6. That's Utopia Beyond. He's got a lot of traction. He just puts everything to 0, and then you can swing over it all. He deals with a lot of like troublesome monsters, and you run the 6s, so why not? And yeah, that's my Odd Eyes Pals and Magicians deck. Tell me what you guys think about it. Give me advice on my build. Tell me what you guys are playing. And yeah, stay tuned for the great Team Maps content.